love jamming. I use Spotify. I don't know about you guys. Any Spotify? No. Apple? Okay. Amazon maybe. I don't know. CDs even? I use Spotify. I don't know. The Wrapped came out yesterday. That's fun. Sounds like none of you know what that is. So Spotify Wrapped, they track, thank you, a couple of you. All right, Spotify will stay in business. So they track all your listening, who you listen to, how long you listen to it, and they, get together the data and they give it to you towards the end of November every year. And it's a lot of fun. You can see, go back through, maybe the beginning of the year when you were depressed and see who you were listening to, right? I did have seasonal depression last year. I saw my list. The playlist is dark. But it's fun. They have the artist videos and they send you a thank you, Mine was odd. They called out that I like to listen to the full album, which I didn't think was a bad thing. Probably showed my age, but the artist video was very on point. Youngblood, he said, thanks for listening. So you're the one, huh? You're the one guy.
We are back. It's a brand new episode. This is Laugh With Me, a podcast with Jeremy Odem. I'm your host, J.O., and happy Friday. It is the Friday happy hour edition. Oh my God, it feels good to crack open the first beer of the weekend and get right to it. We got a lot to celebrate this week. We have so much to celebrate this week. Spotify released the Wrapped. If you don't know what Wrapped is, let me give you a quick synopsis here. Basically, they take all your data from what you listen to the entire year on Spotify, and they put it together in a very creative little package. They let you know who your favorite artist was, that you're the top 0.5% or top 10% or whatever it is of fans of that artist. That's kind of fun. They tell you the top artist. They tell you how many minutes you listen to music or listen to Spotify this year. They tell you your favorite playlist. They'll put together this big ass playlist. Here's your top 100 songs of the year. Here's your top 5 artists. Here's your top 5 songs. Like, it's good to go back because sometimes you're like, oh shit, I forgot, that I listened to that freaking song 100 times back in March. And it is kind of like a tale of your year and where you've been. And, if you were going through some things, you might have, found certain albums or certain songs that just kind of spoke to you. That's music, right? And, we also have it for us podcasters. I've got the Wrapped for Laugh With Me. That was fun to see last year. So we're not talking about this year, 2024. 2023, which was our first year of the show, we had, it was something like 16 or 18 or maybe even less than that fans that we were their number one podcast that they listened to. And that was fantastic. Like, that was quite the feeling when you see that and you're like, holy shit, like that many people were the number one podcast. Like, that was very humbling. This year, 2024, Laugh With, and I knew the show had been growing, right? Like, I know we're doing good things. I think our storytelling is connecting with some folks. I also have found that we've done an okay job promoting the show in various avenues. Sometimes something will hit. A lot of times things don't. But we have found that some things have hit, and it's like, all right, let's find more of that magic. Our guests this year were fantastic, and we're going to bring back some of those guests here just in this month of December. We've got 2-time OEAA award nominee Lavetti Vegas makes his return December 16th. But we've also got a lot of brand new guests, and December is going to be a fun time. But the thing is, we've Johnny and I were talking, it's like we're connecting with the audience in some ways, or some of you, and it's awesome, it's humbling, and thank you so much to all of you that do listen to the show. If it was one person that we were the number one fan, that would be awesome. Like they would be, it would put a big old fat smile on my face, and I'd crack open a beer and cheers to you. That's for sure. Well, that is it. And Spotify says and this is just Spotify, right? I think we've had an even bigger here on the Apple platform, but for Spotify, Laugh With Me this year was the number one podcast for 359 listeners. No, Johnny, no, that's not. No, Johnny, that is not a joke. That is huge. 359 fans. Thank you very much. We couldn't be more thankful for you. We couldn't be more excited for where this show is going. 359. Thank you so much. We were the top 5 show for 848 fans. Thank you. What else are you guys listening to? That's the data I want to see. And we were the top 10 podcast for 1,800 fans. Holy cow, Johnny. You guys keep listening. We get more and more. I'm going to have to start paying Johnny. From Johnny Palermo and myself, we just want to say thank you so much. From all the guests that we had this last year, thank you for listening, and thank you for listening to their stories. We have so much more to come, and it seems like the audience that we've grown the most in, ages 25 to 29, and we did skew a little older a year ago in our primary listener. It went all the way up to, because I think it was like 26 to 40 or 39 or something like that, whatever that range was. That was our predominant listener, and it still may be, but the age range that we grew the most, we grew by over 1,000%, was in the 25 to 29 range. So somehow, some way, we're finding a younger audience, and which is incredible because, as you know, I'm not the youngest guy on the block anymore, baby. There's a lot of young folks out there, but we're connecting to you, and I just could not say thank you enough and be appreciative enough. It's very humbling that you guys listen to this show every single week, sometimes multiple times a week, and we're gonna work to give you even more. In fact, a lot of announcements coming up this month for 2025 that is going to add, I guess, elements to the listening experience, maybe into the viewing experience, if you know what I mean. It's like watching stuff you know what? And a lot of you stuck with me through all of season 1, and you're like, all he does is talk about season 2's coming. Half of season 1 is talking about how season 2's coming and the launch on YouTube. And the YouTube page is up. Don't get me wrong. The exciting part is coming. We're going to be able to give you the show, and we're going to be able to show you it. We're going to have the pictures. We're going to show some pictures. Some of you are going to be like, what the hell? He looks like that. He's got red hair. Yeah, I do. Okay. And that's, there's nothing wrong with that. We're a rare breed anymore. I've got the red hair, the blue eyes. That's a rare breed, okay? It's something special happening over here that I think you're going to want to, pay attention to. That's all I want to, say about that. But Spotify Wrapped, man. That was, it's always fun when it drops. It's seemingly random when it drops because this year it was, a week or two later than it was a year ago. So I don't know how that works. I don't know if we can maybe try to get somebody from Spotify on the show and just kind of explain how that works. Maybe we can call them and just ask some questions, about Spotify Wrapped and see if we can get like a maybe a better understanding of this process, because they don't really put it out there. They just say it's going to happen. It's going to drop. And it's definitely the number one. I feel bad because, like, you always see the posts of people like, nobody cares what you listen to on Spotify. And, that couldn't be further from the truth. People love to see what other people are into. So that's false. What that shows is you're a little jealous because you didn't have a Spotify Wrapped yourself. And you're probably telling yourself, you know what, next year I'm going to listen. I'm going to do it. I'm going to jump right in. But then you don't right away. Because if you don't do it now, you're not going to jump in June and be like, all right, I'm starting Spotify so I can get a Wrapped. But you've already missed half the year's, listening experience. So the data's not true, because then you're not as excited about it. That's real. So if you don't use Spotify, now's the time to do it. This isn't even advertised. Spotify's not paying me shit. I can promise you that right now. They ain't paying me nothing. They should, but they're not paying me anything to tell you now's the time to get sign up, log in, and start using Spotify to listen to your tunes, listen to your podcasts. Then you can get a cool Wrapped at the end of the year. That's what it's about. That's literally the only reason I use Spotify. It's a great product. It's not like one of those things where you're using a product, but you're not happy with it. I'm plenty happy with Spotify. Like, there is no negative vibes in there when I'm listening to it. Like, I don't have a shoddy experience using Spotify. I'm just telling you right now, I specifically use Spotify so that I can get my Wrapped at the end of the year. Like, they do it right. And I know other streamers, other apps or whatever are doing that or starting to do that, and they're trying to build on it because it's true. There is people that listen to Spotify because of the Wrapped. And hand up, I'm one of them. Johnny, damn it, you're going to be next year too. It's going to be fun. We're going to see how many folks that are not using Spotify we can get on the Spotify bandwagon for 25. Let's grow that number. 359 top fans. Laugh with me in 24. Let's see if we can double down, baby. Let's see if we can double down. I remember specifically last year saying, what if we doubled it? Holy cow. Probably not possible. Let's give it a go. Oh, we did it. We did it all right. Thank you, Johnny. We certainly did it. Now, let's do it again. Can you imagine? Let's play this like we're playing blackjack, okay? We just won a hand. Now let's double down. Take your winnings, pile it on top of your base bet, and let's go. Let's go. Let's win it again, and let's see where this baby can land. It's the Friday happy hour. It's going to be a great weekend. I can just feel it. It's early December. The weather's nice. Right? Like, the weather's nice. We had a cold day. I mean, for those of you that don't know, I live in Omaha, Nebraska, so, like, the weather flips by the hour, but we had a really cold day yesterday. Today, it's beautiful. It's supposed to be a beautiful weekend. We've got Chargers versus Chiefs in Kansas City, Missouri on Sunday Night Football. A lot on the line there. It's going to be a good weekend. I'm excited. Cheers to you guys. Thank you so much for listening and being a fan. We have so much more content coming your way, and I can't say thank you enough for those of you that listen to the show, and specifically those of you that listen to the show on Spotify, only because I've got data on it right now. Thank you so much. We appreciate it so much. So from Johnny Palermo and myself, J.O., have yourself a happy Friday.